Job ain't finished. Job ain't finished. Make sure you come ready to go this next week.
How about those?
Are you ready for the best Kansas City Chiefs insight? Welcome to the Four Guys in a Bar podcast, presented by Chiefs Blitz and sponsored by Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Group. If you're looking for a real estate expert, call Eric Haynes today at 816-729-3785. That's 816-729-3785. Now, here is your Chiefs Blitz host, Nick Athan, with Lou Montagna, Andre Tillman, and Hense Todd.
Welcome back to the next edition of Four Guys in a Bar. I am your host, Nick Athan. You can reach me at Twitter at Chiefs Insider. And next to me is my partner, Mr. Hense Todd with Bowtie Sports. You can reach him at Bowtie Sports LLC. If you're looking for another podcast, we're not going to have it this Saturday because we're going to do a special edition. But every Saturday, 1 o'clock, he and Coach Dre do a tremendous job. Check out their YouTube channel at Bowtie Sports. Welcome, Hense. Welcome.
Hey. Hey, I want to say a shout out to Mango for that's Mango on the ones and twos on the intro. So give a shout out to Mango for the on the guitar getting it in. So with that said, go ahead and get into the sponsor.
All right. First sponsor up is Mr. Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Group. He is your trusted real estate advisor. He was my trusted real estate advisor. He certainly was the man and the key linchpin to making sure the house that Emily and I finally chose took 9 months to find, took 2 months to close. He did everything that needed to be done to make sure that we got the deal that we got. And the situation he put us in was one where he cared. He worked at every level. He was honest. He answered every text, phone call, email, every panic moment. He was there all the way with he and his team. So if you're looking for a real estate professional that's going to help you sell or buy a house in the greater Kansas City area, give Eric Haynes a call at 816-729-3785, or you can email him at esaleskc@gmail.com. And remember, if you use Eric to buy or sell a house, I will give away, as a my free appreciation, one of my signature Lend Awesome items for you.
Proud sponsor, Chief Who?
That's right. Hey, and now we got another new sponsor. This one I'm very proud of. I'm very proud of Eric, but this one's a little bit more personal. My wife, Emily. As a lot of people know, we do sell health insurance on the side. We work for a company called U.S. Health Advisors. We're a division of United Healthcare. Emily is a far better agent than I because I spend all my time working at Chiefs Blitz. So if you need to get a custom quote for if you're an individual, if you're self-employed, if you're a business owner, if you're a family, whatever it might be, the health insurance market is crazy right now. It's difficult to navigate. But if you want someone just to pick their brain and get some advice as to what the best plan is for you or your family, give her a call today at 913-215-9086. Again, 913-215-9086 and get your custom quote today.
Emily.
Nick
loves Emily. Nikki. See, that's gonna be the one. That's gonna be the one. Nikki
You need to
loves
get some
Emily.
original music. Says Nick loves Emily. There you go.
Yeah,
We don't need no stinking music. We'll just sing ourselves.
Yeah, man. Hey, you can't copyright the bar. You can't copyright the bar.
That's right.
Yes,
right,
Nick
man.
does love Emily. Yes, I'm
Let's
very
go,
glad.
man. That was Mango on the guitar.
Yeah.
Beautiful, man. Well done, sir.
Hey, the intro was smooth though. It was.
I like that. I like that
it was
intro a lot. I'm good with it.
Yeah, it was smooth, man.
He did that. We sent him the notice that we got flagged for the Rocky thing, and like 20 minutes later, after Hense and I are kind of talking back and forth, he's 20 minutes later he sends us this new opening with his music, and it was perfect.
Shout out to you,
Mango's got a vault. I mean,
Cheers,
forget
man.
forget about Prince's vault. Let's look inside Mango's vault.
Let's look inside the Mango, man.
Yeah,
hey, Mango, listen.
Just give us more. We need
Mango
more.
comes with the juice. Yeah, man. He put some juice in that intro. I'll tell you that.
Definitely. All right. Well, we're also joined by Lou Montagna, the other senior member, Coach Andre Tillman as well. So we really, again, just appreciate the team. Mango put a post up here mainly a drummer, but I dabble in guitar and some other stuff. Well, you dabble just
that was you dabbling, a strong dabble. Yeah, yes sir,
Maybe
man.
Maybe you can title that piece just dabble.
Yeah, we'll call it the Chiefs Blitz dabble.
I like that. The dabble. We call it the dabble.
Copyright that son of a bitch real fast.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hey, because a lot of people around here try to steal everything else we do. But
we're not going to talk too much about that. Steal, my friends.
I'm just saying.
It'll be handled when it's handled.
Hey, speaking from a true Chiefs fan, it will be handled when it gets handled. That's
there's
right.
going to be some. Anyway.
Yeah. We're not going to dive deep into it, but it will be handled.
No, I got enough on my plate in my mind today, so it's all good, man.
That's
you
right.
know what they say about. You know what they say about karma.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Talk heavy.
Yep. Absolutely. In Chiefs Kingdom, we understand karma better than anybody.
That's right.
Man, this is the Chiefs' time, guys. Like this is like kind of insane. I thought in 03 is gonna be our time in 03. I thought we had one of the greatest coaches. The offensive line, the offense was great. I just felt it like the dynasty was there. I felt it in my spirit, man. And it was, and then here comes Peyton Manning, man, to steal it away, man. I cried.
Greg Robinson had more to do with that demise of that game than anybody else, and no one's going to convince me.
Not
otherwise.
like he had an all-star team on that side of the ball and he screwed it up. I mean,
we've talked about what happened.
All due respect to those guys on defense during that era, but
you're right.
It was kind of a sieve.
Yeah, I cried at that game. I was hurt. That game, boy. I was hurt. So that was my aura. I thought that was be our time. That was the Trent Green era. That's what I was thinking. Dick Vermeil, we had it. That was us. Yeah. We was gonna do the damn thing. I
have to shout out one of our guys from Erie, PA. I believe he played during that era. Defensive end. Eric Hicks, University of Maryland.
Ryan Sims was on that team.
So what kind of player was Eric Hicks? Because when I was little, I knew football a lot on offense, but I didn't really know Eric.
He was the ultimate late bloomer because in high school he really wasn't great. He was just kind of like a height, weight, speed guy, and he got I don't know how many schools recruited him, but he ended up going to the University of Maryland. And he was pretty good there. And then he came to the league and he had a couple of big sack years.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I think there was one other guy from Erie, and I'll test that this should probably be a Chiefs who, but he was kind of a track guy, played at Pitt. He was a wide receiver by the name of Dietrich Gels. He was like a state champion, 100 meters, 200. I mean, the dude was just fast, and he played wide receiver at Pitt, and he was on the Chiefs for a while. I don't know if he was drafted, might have been a UDFA. I don't recall, but two Erie and Kansas City connections there. Eric Hicks and Dietrich Gels.
Yeah, Eric Hicks, if I'm not mistaken, he played a year, maybe 2 years with Derek Thomas. And that's kind of what helped him elevate his career. And he often talked about, everything that Derek did to him. And he was kind of the next guy. He was the next pass rusher. And, he played, I think, his entire career in Kansas City, even got a contract extension as well. He was very popular. They had some characters on that defense, after the passing of Derek. And he was certainly one of them. But he was brilliant. He was great in big games. And he had a great career. If I'm not mistaken, he still lives in the Kansas City area. So, just a true warrior for that defense.
Man, like it was a couple of standouts. It was a couple. Eric Warfield was like the biggest standout to me because he couldn't cover a code. The man couldn't cover nothing.
He got better.
Easy.
I know Eric. I know Eric pretty well. He got better. I'm going to give him his props.
It was what's the name? Number 24.
Bartell.
William Barty.
Yeah, Barty.
I was like, Jesus Christ.
Do you know
you had defensive linemen covering wide receivers. That's how bad Greg Robinson changed the defense before the game.
I said, what are we doing? If we blitz, we tried blitzing, we was looking pretty decent, man. But when you went against the top tier quarterback, it was a different ball game. It was a whole different ball game. I said, come on, offense. Come on, let's go, man. Let's go offense. Come on, Preston, y'all. Come on, let's get it. Let's get to 7, man. God, we can't rely on that damn offense, man. But it got us to the playoffs, and hey, who knows if he get tripped up, man? This is a different conversation. My man to get tripped up, so
Yep.
So that's my little take on 03 Chiefs, man. I was still disappointed to this day, but still, hey, we had a good run that year. And guess what? We was been talked about that year too. We was been talked about ESPN. The Chiefs, it was so much love.
They started off 9-0.
Yeah,
right.
Bro.
Then they went to Cincinnati and just got thumped.
I think Chad guaranteed to win, something like that. Chad didn't really do nothing in the game, but he guaranteed to win. Then we ended up losing to the Bengals. Craziness.
He inspired the Bengals like you inspired Joshua Williams, coach.
That's right. That's right. See, it all come full circle.
You really didn't do anything. You just yelled at him a lot.
That's right. As a concerned father, I did.
I got no pointers for you. I got nothing. But hey,
you better play. That's what I do with my son. Hey, I don't play that. Hey, I'm on their tail, but it works. It works because he was a standout. He was the best player in his team. Still is. So I got to. Got to be aggressive as a coach. You can't be sweet out here. You can't be sweet, man. You got to be aggressive. And one thing about it, though, guys, like when I go to my son's game, I never be like yell at him in the game. I just give him eye contact. He'll look in the bleachers, look at me. He know what time it is with me. He know what time it is.
The Coach Dre stare.
Yeah, I stare at him. He's like, "Oh, they looking at me." I say, "Yeah, you missed that play. You make up for it," and he did. So, cause honestly, guys, I don't overshadow the coaches. When the coaches put a play out there and give him a play, I don't be like, "My son should do this." I just give my son a stare like, "I told you, performed. You at this position." We work on technique and fundamentals at home. I ain't gotta say nothing else. I just give them a stare.
Right.
That's it. That's how we execute the game plan, man.
Speaking of a game plan, we got a little breaking news from the Skillet is coming in.
All right.
Hey, it's a lot that's happening right now, and we trying to see this actually happen from the Skillet. The Skillet is saying that he has a source, and he said it's a secret that what's happening around the kingdom. It's happening around one guy that we've been talking around this show, and this man's Mr. Scott Moore. They saying Scott Moore is, actually on the trading block for to believe or 7th-round pick for the 25 draft or ways for this other receiver. So, what do you guys think about this? What do you guys have to say about it?
Well, if I'm a GM out there and I have any interest in him at all, I'll just wait till the cut down date. I don't know that this really is really anything to talk about, or that I don't know where an information like that would come from, where they're actively trying to trade him for a 7th-round pick. That it doesn't make any sense. If you're actively trying to trade somebody, you're probably trying to get something in return. Right. So, Sky, like we've been saying all offseason, I mean, he's on notice, as is Kadarius, and it's, it's going to be close. It really is. I mean, we'll see. It'll come right down to what happens in these preseason games, I believe.
Yeah, he's been making plays in training camp. He has been stepping up, so I can give Sky Moore that. But if they make the move, it won't really hurt the Chiefs for it at all. This next man got to step up. And fill that void. And that will be Justin Ross will be the guy to step up in that play.
He might. I mean, listen, I think for the Chiefs, the Sky Moore, Kadarius Toney era is probably coming to an end.
Yeah.
I would think. And the Athletic had a story about this earlier. I talked to one of my people, and they indicated that the Chiefs probably would accept a 7th-round pick for him at this point. I don't think they see that he has a place in the team. Now, obviously, this could change. He could have a great game tomorrow, and maybe that forces the Chiefs' hand a little bit differently. But I don't see Toney and Sky Moore, making the roster. I think they're going to give McCole Hardman every chance to make the team just because of his versatility. He's got 3 Super Bowl rings. He understands this offense, and he's a good guy to come in and do certain things at certain levels. for this offense, and he's got that speed. And, you know, I think the Chiefs have replaced Sky Moore, you know, with Nico, and, you know, they still have Justin Watson, who's just Mr. Steady. So
here's the key. If you see Sky play an inordinate amount of plays on Saturday, that means they're trying to trade him.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
I mean,
that's a good point.
If he gets like just a regular number of snaps and targets and so forth, you know that there's still, you know,
right.
If you're going to showcase somebody, you're going to put them out there early and often. So whether it's Sky or Kadarius, if you see all of a sudden they're playing a lot more and you're kind of scratching your head, like, what the hell is he still doing in there? That's probably why, is to kind of get the tape out there, get them on the field, you know, get some interest generated, and then they'll go ahead and try to make that move. But it's just, to me, it doesn't sound right. That actively traded and would accept a 7. I mean, that just doesn't make sense.
Hey, why did Kareem say you give me a $5 foot long BLT and I give you Sky Moore? It's like, come on, man. Like,
look at, man, come on, he's worth more.
Oh man!
Listen, the guy caught a pass in the Super Bowl. He had a huge punt return in the AFC title game.
That's crazy.
You know, maybe he didn't have the career that, you know, he wanted to have. Maybe things just, you know, it just didn't click. And, you know, Lou and I have talked about this. We all have. You know, you look back at his college career, he was the best route runner coming out of college. He was the best hands receiver coming out of college 2 years ago. Everybody loved him. Everybody was clamoring at the beginning of the second round, get Sky Moore, get Sky Moore, get Sky Moore. So Veach, you know, makes a deal and ends up getting him. And they gave him every opportunity, and they tried to do too much with him. They tried to make him a punt returner and a kickoff returner. And then they tried to get him in the offense, and he struggled. He fumbled the ball a few times in returns. His confidence was shot. And it really wasn't until the postseason. Well, he had a good game against the Chargers at San Diego that year, at Los Angeles, or wherever the hell they were playing at the time. But other than that, you know, he made the plays in the postseason. And, you know, he ran the wrong route in the Super Bowl because Patrick Mahomes called the wrong formation. He ended up getting the touchdown. He caught the ball with nobody in front of him, which I think is the hardest thing in the world to do.
So he's intuitive. They weren't on the same page and still made it work.
He's a smart person. He's a smart player. You know, they're going to give him opportunities to showcase his talents probably. And if that's the case, great. But I just, you know, the Tony thing, you know, he's got kind of his third injury already in camp, you know, 3 different things. I think the Chiefs are going to move on from him. I would not be shocked if they bring another free agent, another wide receiver from somewhere. And no, it's not going to be CeeDee Lamb. I just can't see. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. But
maybe with Kadarius, since he is technically injured, they might, you know, again, how they want to use the different designations. Perhaps you do throw him on injured reserve to start the year, and
he'd have to be put on the 53-man roster first.
Right. Well, that's what I mean. But, you know, that's just, I guess, one way that they could, you know, you can bring somebody up if he goes on injured reserve. But, yes, he would have to make the initial 53.
Well, we know Tony ain't going to be very productive this year.
We got a new person on here, Mr. Dave. And what Dave had to say.
All right. I got David Steckelberg. We appreciate you, David. I totally agree with you, Lou. However, if they showcase Sky, he is able to perform at a level that would interest another team. Maybe that's a good point. Maybe they get a 6th-round pick for him.
It's bait. I get to go out there and put on an excellent show, you know, raise your value up for these other teams, whatnot. And honestly, 7th-round picks, to me, the draft doesn't even make a difference in the draft because you always find studs in gym in any round. So, again, they're trying to get value for him instead of just
get an extra pick,
get some value. Just get some value for him. You know,
get what you get and use that pick to maneuver.
There.
Also, I want to give a shout out to all the administrators for these big Chiefs pages on Facebook for sharing the show. Continue to share away. We up to like 32 shares right now. So continue to share away. But again, also join us here for this Saturday because Mr. Dre himself have something to say.
Uh-oh. Gave him the mic.
It's your boy Coach Dre, the 4 guys at a bar. And when y'all know Saturday,
Saturday, we coming with it Saturday, all right? Coming with it. Preseason game, Kansas City Chiefs, Jacksonville Jaguars. We coming with it. But I tell you what, I'm not going to shy away from speaking my mind on a certain player. You dig it? I will not shy away from it. And if y'all watch the show, y'all know what I'm talking about. So tune in live Saturday, Jacksonville and the Kansas City Chiefs, baby. What up?
There it is. They said,
Look
"What
at
up?"
that.
No. He
What
said,
up?
"What up?" No.
Love
Say
it.
it, Lou. Say what up, though.
What up, though? Hey, what's happening? So real talk. Y'all know who I'm talking about, though. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Every time I go at a player, guys, they become productive. All right. I know because my son was number one in his school. I know how to choose some out. You hear me? I know I choose some asses out, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, Joshua Williams stepped up big. He stepped up. He might be the legit starter, maybe number 2 corner. Who knows? But again, a young man will be called out. But I don't see no production from him, man. Hey, it is what it is.
Who's that young man?
Well, a young man is Kadarius Toney. Man. You know, the man injured. He ain't putting in no effort, man.
So you seeing potential in him, but you just want him to,
Oh, he got every potential. The man rotated his glove, tightened his gloves up, and made a solid catch, man.
That was a pretty sweet play.
The potential to do
He
that.
does.
He has the potential. What player is doing that, guys?
Okay. I'm Kadarius Toney. They called me to the coach's office. I'm coming into Coach Dre's office. I'm sitting in the chair now. Just tell me what I need to do, Coach. Tell me what I need to do.
Stop the mixtapes, man. I don't hear no mixtape. I need you to be dialed in. I need you to stay. I can go early in the practice and stay late. I want you to have chemistry with Patrick Mahomes. I want you to hang out with Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? Stay off social media. Man. Stay off social media, man. I need you to get down that field, right? Work on those fundamentals. Work on those catching drills.
Mm-hmm.
Catching drills, guys. Catching drills. Hey, you can only get better, man. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes to me, guys, I think the hype train was real for Kadarius Toney. He was too hyped up. Everybody gave him too much love, too hyped. I mean, he could be a complete number one. Probably got to his head. I feel like he was a little bit better than everybody else. That's just my opinion. And he let the hype get to his head, man. He started the pressure got to him. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if it was the pressure or it was just his overall attitude and demeanor. You gotta look. Listen, if he can't get motivation to give it all he's got and to excel in this offense and to focus when you got Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce leading the way,
right?
I mean, listen, they got the maximum value they could out of MVS.
Yeah, they did.
And
they did.
The guy just never really got it together, but man, they worked at it, and in the postseason he shined. And Toney, he has all the talent in the world. I mean, he was with the 17th pick, if I'm not mistaken, with the Giants coming out of Florida in the first round. Yeah. The Chiefs were like ecstatic to get him. It cost him a 3rd round pick. They thought it was worth it. They thought he'd be a future star. Everything. And he did. He made that remarkable catch where he adjusted his gloves. They used him on the end around. He scored a touchdown. They counted on him a little bit. And then I think he got a little banged up that year. But still, the guy has so much talent.
It's crazy.
And he knows the offense. It's just not clicking.
Untapped potential.
Last year they counted on him and he couldn't get it done. And then this year they're not counting on him and they're giving him every opportunity. He just can't stay healthy. So the writing's on the wall in this wide receiver room. It's all going to change. It has changed. And they're a better football team at the wide receiver position, even if they lose Toney and they lose Sky Moore.
KT at this point, I mean, it's like, some of these guys come in the league and, you keep hearing this term positionless and positionless football where, a jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah, exactly.
I think maybe it's just, well, let's try this with him. Let's try that with him. Let's try that. I think, and again, I don't know this, but it just seems like if you settle into one position, let's get really good at that. And then, move on to the next thing. And not necessarily a position, but a particular skill. And in this case, being consistent, catching the ball, staying on the field. Like they say, the number one ability is availability.
Yeah.
So he may not even play on Saturday.
Well,
I mean, if he's banged up a little bit.
You got the breaking news, Hense?
I got it, Nick. Keep talking.
All right, good. Well, this could change the conversation quite a bit.
Ooh, snap. Oh, I feel it in my bones, baby.
It's coming. There could be a change at the wide receiver position for the Kansas City Chiefs. Dun,
yeah, that's why. But from the little baby himself.
From the hot skillet himself.
How else are you going to get this kind of stuff, people? Come on, subscribe right now. YouTube channel at Chiefs Blitz.
The hot skillet.
The baby have said breaking news.
Breaking news.
Juju Smith have just been released from the Patriots, and now he is looking for a new team. And that new team could be the Kansas City Chiefs. So what do you have to say about this, Dre and Luke?
Honestly, what the hell? Like,
why not?
I mean, he knows the offense, and he do love the Kansas City Chiefs. He loves Andy Reid. He loves him because he learned so much from Andy Reid. Oh, to me, it'll be a good fit. I ain't gonna hold y'all. It'll be a good fit because honestly, when Juju's healthy, Juju is very productive. He is very productive, and he's a guy that Patrick Mahomes does count on, and he's a third down guy too. So if he comes back, open arms.
I'm in.
Open arms.
When we talked about this, I don't know if it was a couple shows ago, and it was up he and MVS, and I'll stick with what I said then. I mean, I just don't. What value is he going to add? Whose position is he going to take?
What you mean, what value?
If you've got pretty much your top 4 receivers set, we're talking about maybe 2 other guys at the back end, and typically those guys are going to be special teams players. Now, again, all due respect to Juju and what he's able to do, but unless Rashee all of a sudden they hand down some suspension in the next few days or the next couple of weeks, I don't know. I just don't see it.
Well, here's the thing. If the rumor, it's interesting. The Sky Moore rumors come out today. There's already been speculation about Tony. Juju would be that veteran presence. He knows the offense. There's a lot of positives here. Of course, he's got a weak knee. He's been battling with it. I don't know I didn't watch much of the Patriots game last night, but what I saw at the quarterback position, no wonder Brandon Ayuk decided not to take their money because he didn't want to go play for that mess. And I think, listen, Juju, for whatever reason, I know he's one of Mango's favorite players. He certainly was one of my favorite players, even though he's only here a year. I just love the fact that, when he was with the Steelers in that wild card game against the Chiefs, he came over, talked to Chris Jones, said, I'm going to be here next year. And they saw the food on the sidelines. He goes, you guys get food? They actually feed you after a game? It was pretty funny. But
you and Mango just love the TikTok.
No, I'm not a TikTok guy. So no.
Yes, you are.
I think Juju would be an excellent fit.
Yeah.
I think that I would take him over Sky Moore,
absolutely,
Darius Toney.
That part.
Justin Watson's back from his injury. Yep. But if you look at the depth chart, and now you've got what, Brown, you got Rice, you got Xavier, you got Nico, you got Justin Watson, and then you bring in Juju.
You got playmakers.
You guys keep listing all these names, and you stack on stack on stack. How many plays is he going to be able to play?
So here's Luke. You need depth. You need good. It's good depth though, Luke. It's good depth.
If your top 4 are set, do you really want to take snaps away from any of those 4 guys? I would say no. So now he's the 5th or 6th receiver. All right. Do you believe that he would want to come in to just be such a limited role player?
He can't be a full-time receiver anymore. He can't. He can't do it.
Well, that's my point.
So if he's going to take
it there for, if he can't play special teams, he's really not going to add anything besides his aura.
All right. Well, they played in the AFC Championship game 2 years ago, and 5 wide receivers were hurt, or 4 wide receivers were hurt, including him. So you never know, and you don't know.
How often does that happen?
Well, is it worth taking?
And again, he was younger. He was younger then, and he was able to be the number 2 basically. Where now he's
coming
coming
the
in
minimum. That's all he's
well,
going to get.
regardless, I'm not worried about the money or whatever. I just as far as a fit and to have a space of that fifth or sixth wide receiver that doesn't play special teams. You're kind of in a bind.
The thing is though, Lou, Andy Reid knows Juju. He knows his strength. He knows how he can use Juju. You know what I'm saying? He knows Juju. Like he knows Juju can like you said, he's getting older, injuries kicking in. I get that, but at the same time, he knows what position Juju can play and what he's good at. You know what I'm saying? Some of these guys like Scott Morris, so like he's so mentally confused right now. And you look at Kadarius Toney. What have Kadarius Toney did? Nothing. So you bring a Juju, a guy that Andy Reid knows. You know, injuries can happen. Injuries can happen, and people step up. But you got a guy that knows the offense. You got a guy that knows the offense.
And again, shout out to the realest KC Chiefs fans for sharing this in your on your platforms, and also thank you for all the people that sharing it on the platforms on Facebook. Again, we are talking about Juju here, right? And go
ahead and butter that biscuit.
I'm just saying, like. Do you bring him back? And or just is the Patriots releasing some money for Ayuk? I'm just saying, I don't know. Maybe it is. But again,
come on.
Juju, would he be back in the Chiefs uniform? If you think about it, we have more smaller receivers instead of possession receivers. We have one true possession receiver in Ross. I mean, not Ross, but number one receiver in Rice, right? We got that possession receiver in Rice. But who else? Who's after that, right? Mm-hmm. You got Sky Moore, he's about 5'11". Tony, he's about 6 foot. And he can be the best route runner, but he got to catch the ball. You know what I mean? Then you have Worthy. We just don't know we got him Worthy just yet. Then you have Hollywood Brown. You know what you got a Hollywood Brown, but can this be his ceiling to rise all the way to the top? But did you bring back Juju? Right, you bring back Juju. He's a possession receiver. He's another Travis Kelce.
All right, so let me put this to you, and you may want to get the glaze hose out first. Do you bring in Juju at the expense of then trying to slip Nico onto the practice squad?
Absolutely.
No. They're not going to. Nico's not in any danger of not making a 53-man roster.
Okay. So do you bring him in at the expense of putting Justin Watson out there?
No.
Because he can play special teams. So I hear what you're saying, and it's a good argument. I hear you, but in my mind, in terms of looking at the entire roster and how this would shake out, he would not really have a role on this team. Mm-hmm. In terms of the other possession receivers, again, 50 Shades taking shots here, but you've got, if Wiley is who we think he is,
right?
There's your other possession receiver.
No, I agree with you.
You've got the ultimate possession receiver in 87, and then Jared and Noah and Irv Smith. So you can use the tight ends to kind of play that role. And you talked about Rice, Hense. I mean, so you don't want to take away opportunities for those guys to say, well, let's bring Juju on the team. Well, for what exactly? You can say all these things. He knows the offense. He knows, but it's just not enough to overtake what they have.
Here's the
his name. It's been out there. He's been on this team. He's had a little bit of success, but other than that, he's just a couple years older, a little bit more beat up, and the Patriots let him go. So come on.
Well, the Patriots ain't got no receipt. The Patriots ain't got no receipt. Like got no quarterback for real life that they can handle Juju. Like Mahomes knows Juju. Again, it's about the Chiefs being familiar with Juju. Now, half these guys on this roster, they're young, they're athletic. I get that.
Let's see how quickly somebody jumps on it.
Now,
you got teams like the Cardinals that are up at the top of the waiver wire order.
That's true.
There you go. Somebody like them, or maybe Carolina.
Well,
but he is a vested veteran, so I don't think he doesn't go through waivers. He doesn't go through
that's what I'm about to say. He don't go to the waiver wire since he's a veteran. So I see him back in a Chiefs uniform by tomorrow. I'll see him in a Chiefs uniform by tomorrow. But again, you probably see,
I'm getting
so it's with the baby saying that Sky Moore on the trading block. Then this happened, and maybe the baby is right. Maybe the little Skillet is on to something. Little Skillet is over there, making up stuff. I don't think he's making it up. Hey, he's more on it. See him on the phone with his one sock and his tie untied. He ain't getting no sleep. He's working overnight. He's working overnight to get this stuff out.
What is really in his bottle? That's the real question. What's in this bottle? If as a baby to have all that energy, what is in his bottle? Hey, listen, only the cube knows. Only the damn cube knows that. Hey, that's the answer. That's the question for the cube. But like Kareem said, man, he just knows it, man. He's just a guy that knows the offense very well. Hey, Andy Reid might sprinkle him, man. Who knows? Because me, honestly, I'm not a Mecole Hardman guy. I know Mecole Hardman knows the offense, whatnot, but is he really productive for real? No, for real. And like to me, no. So again, this is assurance policy, a good insurance for the position. Because injuries happen though, Lou. Injuries happen, Lou.
The 90-man roster, again, you have to select who are you cutting right now that you're gonna cut eventually. Yeah.
Honestly, I got more trust in Juju for real than anybody else. Honestly,
to make room for him. Well, again, you have to know what the other positions are looking at, special teams. So I mean, there's a lot more to it than just like, hey, he's available, let's go get him. I mean, it's just it's not that simple.
Right.
I don't see a role for him on this team the way it's constructed.
Yeah. No. Listen, I totally get it. I mean, what you're saying, Lou, makes 100%. It's the likely scenario. I just think that I've always been the belief of a football team and why certain teams become champions over and over again is that you want to always look at the weaknesses of your team, but when you get a chance to strengthen the strength of your team, I always say that's a huge advantage. I think Juju would just be that safety valve. In the event that something happens to Rice, in the event that they have an injury, he can come in and play his role on third down and be another guy who can catch the ball. He knows how to sit in the zone. He knows how to work with Mahomes and Kelsey. And I just think, and he's a good locker room guy. His personality is top shelf. He's a good person, and I just think all the things that line up make sense for the Chiefs to do it. But you're right. What value does he really bring? Well, maybe he just brings another voice in the room, and maybe he gives the Chiefs the opportunity to say, okay, we can survive. If we've made a mistake with Tony and Moore, okay, well, at least we got Juju back in a limited role, and he could do what those two guys did. And that's good enough because they've got other playmakers now that can do things. So again, they're banking on Nico to be that fourth receiver. They're banking on, Worthy to step out of the Texas shadows and not have a gap in learning the speed of the NFL and adjusting to it and making plays.
I put it like this: if he's a friend of Patrick and a friend of,
and he is.
It's a friend of Kelsey, a friend of Patrick is always going to be on the Chiefs. So I'll put it like this:
you got a friend in me.
Also, I want to give a shout out to the Real Chiefs Fans page on Facebook for sharing the show. Also, the Kansas City Chiefs memes for sharing the show. Also, some more. There's a lot of shares on there.
There's a lot of Chiefs pages of sharing our stuff, guys.
That's all good, man. We love it. We appreciate it so much. Please subscribe.
That man went down the list, bro. It's a 30 plus, bro. Like
that's all I'm just saying.
The Chiefs in Germany, the Chiefs in China, the Chiefs underneath the siege.
I'm just giving
Disney Chiefs.
I appreciate it.
Much love, guys. It's all love, man.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Keep going, man.
All right, we still got a few more segments today. We got Lou with his segment on Factor Cap. I'll have a little story time. Before we get to that, we'll obviously talk about the Chiefs and the Jaguars on Saturday night. But before we get to all that, I want to mention one of my good friends and one of our sponsors, Mr. Eric Haynes, with the Eric Haynes Real Estate Group. If you're looking for someone who can help you buy or sell a house in the greater Kansas City area, even if you're a Chiefs fan or not a Chiefs fan and you live outside the area, he has resources and contacts all over the country that can find a realtor for you in your market. So if you're looking for someone who's going to walk you through the entire process, who's going to be honest with you, who's always going to look out for your back, Eric Haynes is your person. Give him a call at 816-729-3785, and you can email him at esaleskc@gmail.com.
Proud sponsor, Chief Who?
That's correct. And if you are looking to get a new health insurance plan, give my wife Emily a call at 913-215-9086. We've got flexible healthcare plans. So if you're an individual, self-employed, a business owner, or you have a family, give her a call today. And what she'll do is she'll analyze your current situation, because the insurance industry is crazy right now. It's an election year. A lot of people are on ACA plans. The ACA plans are shrinking. We are a private option. So if you're looking for something different, you're looking for something with better coverage and better options for you and your family, give Emily a call today at 913-215-9086.
Emily.
Nick loves Emily.
Nick loves
Nick, you might have to get ready.
Emily.
Tell Emily,
All
hey,
good
be sure
now.
her good love, boy.
Emily.
Hey, listen.
Now she's a sponsor. She's going to have to come on the show now. Eric's
She's
going to
gonna
come on the
have
show
to.
too. So
They're gonna go live and tell them that they're gonna tell the world what they do and how they doing it, right? It's
That's
only
right.
fair we be the first show to do it.
talk about the insurance and talked about how I converted her from a Steelers fan.
Before we
part.
get into the next segment, get into just the comments about this Juju breaking news.
Well, I mean, let's see here. Kareem says, bottom line, Lou, is Juju can make the team over the bottom guys. What's it hurt? The Pats are paying for it. This is true. Let's see. David says, Red Friday Lunch Blitz is the best. I'd love for Juju to come back, but who loses the spot? And, I guess that's to be determined. Let's see. Mara Lee was in as well. Love Mara Lee. She's the best. Kareem, it's Kadarius. Tony. All right, here we go. And then who else we got? Anonymous Mango making the definitive statement on his music thread and his new intro. Mainly a drummer, but I dabble in guitar. So we're going to call. So the song is going to be called Chiefs Blitz Dabble. All right, we've made that determination. And Kenny Sinclair finally showed up. Sorry to be late. Better late than never. And for those that are looking for what the NFL minimum is for Juju Smith-Schuster, it'd be $1.2 million cap hit. The Patriots would pay the difference. Remember, he signed a 3-year, $32 million contract. He got about $14 million guaranteed, plus his salary last year, and his salary is guaranteed for this year anyway. So the Patriots are going to be on the hook for the most of the money. But again, I'm in for Juju. We'll see what happens.
Also, man, hey, I'm in for him too, man. Like it doesn't hurt, you know what I mean? So I've seen something funny on Twitter that somebody said that Patrick said, "Hey, we need you." He said, "I'm on to back out of this contract," and he got it out of there. And he
didn't back out of nothing. He wanted out of there last year,
but he probably did. But we there's a lot of games that happened yesterday, guys, and there's a lot of more games that's happening Sunday. I mean, not Sunday, Saturday is coming up tomorrow. So, hey, if you're not going to be watching anywhere else, you can watch where. Let's hear more word from the man himself, Mr. Coach Dre.
What up, though? What's happening? This is your boy, Coach Dre, the 4 guys at the bar at Emily. Y'all know Saturday we coming with it Saturday, all right? Coming with it. Preseason game, Kansas City Chiefs, Jacksonville Jaguars. We coming with it. But I tell you what, I'm not going to shy away from speaking my mind on a certain player. You dig it? I will not shy away from it. And if y'all watch the show, y'all know what I'm talking about. So tune in live Saturday. Jacksonville and the Kansas City Chiefs, baby. What up?
Because I'm going at Tony, guys. Now y'all know, bingo, Tony. I'm going at him. So I gotta say, this man get some time out.
Even if he doesn't play, you're going to be on.
I'm going to be on him. Because real quick though, I speak into existence. I want to see this man play. I'm gonna be on him.
He said he speaks it in existence, and it's a new segment on this show that it speaks a lot of stuff in existence, and that's the Cube. On this segment, we're gonna be talking about picking the games that's coming up this Saturday. If you see some, you want some, you make your predictions. What's going to happen? It's a new thing for the show, and here's the intro. Mind over matter. Which one are you going to choose? Is it going to be your prediction? Your prediction of the show here on this topic. It's called the Q. Make your prediction. Would the Q be right or would the Q be wrong? Yes, that's me under the hood. And yes, that's me with the Q. But hey, we're going to look at this game now, guys. We have, you see yesterday, the games that happened yesterday, but you're going to have the Washington and the Jets. You got the list is long and everything. So we're going to start with Lou. Lou, what is your prediction for this Saturday?
Just go down the list. Yeah, just go down the list for each game. Yeah.
The one of the Buffalo Bills versus the Bears.
The first one. I don't know who's playing. I'm going to assume that they're going to be like second and third teamers. So I'll flip a coin and say the Bears win.
The Bears will win. So that's what he said his prediction will be. So what's your prediction, Luke? Nick?
I'm going to go with the Bills. I think Josh Allen is going to play, and he'll probably play a series. So he's going to be eager to get out there and to show that last year is in the rearview mirror. So I'm going with the Bills.
Coach Dre, what is your prediction?
What is your prediction? All right, so the Bears. I want to see. Well, I'm hearing Caleb Williams might not even be playing this game.
Right.
So that was a bummer for me. I'm like, I want to see that, but I like the Bears winning this game. I like.
I would take. I'll take the Bears as well, man. But again, these games are preseason. You know what I mean? So
I'm taking my guys. So y'all shouldn't have asked me that one. I'm taking my guys on that end. But I try to keep it light. I try to keep it light.
You try to keep it light, but looking at these games, man, I actually want to see. I want to see what I want to see what the Seahawks is going to do. This year. Not also the odds is going to be on the Chargers and see what they how they're going to look under.
They're going to struggle. They're going to struggle without their quarterback. That's for sure.
Right. To see how they're going to be looking over Jim Harbaugh. Also, I want to see how the J.J. McCarthy, how you gonna look against the Raiders? The Raiders don't have a quarterback. They got Minshew. That's about it up under there. But
they said he's playing a pretty up and down. JJ he look good sometimes. Sometimes he look like a rookie. But
I think Jaden Daniels is going to play.
I hope so.
And it's weird. It's like a noon start, so that might be something that you'll be able to see because no one else is playing that early. But most of them, it's veteran teams typically aren't going to play their starters. Andy's kind of out on a limb on this. Pittsburgh, you might see some of their frontline guys play. Russ is not playing for sure. So yeah, I would imagine.
Same thing with Kyler. Yep.
I don't think Harrison's not playing for Arizona, is he?
No, Harrison playing. Kyler ain't playing, but Marvin playing. Yeah, Marvin playing.
He is. Okay. Yep. So that would be interesting. Just the kind of the rookies, if they do play, just kind of see, like we were talking last show about the Chiefs. You want to see the new toys, how they fit in, how much playing time they get. But it's rough. To pick preseason games or God forbid, bet on them. That's wow. You bet on the rookies. You bet on the second half. You don't bet on the first half. You bet on the second half of the game, man. I think if you're getting hyped up on betting the preseason, you're
gonna fail miserably. You're gonna fail.
You need to call 1-800-GAMBLER because you got a problem.
Yeah, you're totally screwed.
What rookie gonna stand out now? The real question is, what rookie is gonna stand out? That's a bad rookie.
I don't know.
I'll put it like this, man. I'm looking to see. I actually, trying to see what these Raiders are gonna look like. They second year around and under their coach. I want to see what they, this puppet master team. They like to throw out there. I want to see what they do out here. I also want to see. I'm actually gonna watch. I'm gonna try to watch both games, the Chiefs and the Jaguars. I want to see what Jim Harbaugh do with those Chargers. See how they're gonna come out and see if they. Because it's a lot of talent out there that you probably looking at it.
That's an interesting one because his former D coordinator, Mike McDonald, is now the head coach. His son, Jay, is the special teams coach with Seattle. So that'll be like another Harbaugh family affair. But again, it's a preseason game. I don't know. I mean, it's just been my opinion for the longest time. It really doesn't mean anything. What you just try to see is who's playing, who's playing, who's giving effort. Maybe some of the guys that are automatic cuts. Maybe some of the guys that are fighting for a job. Who's auditioning for another team. So that's the kind of stuff that I look at.
Yeah.
Mango said his winners are who, Nick?
Bears, Packers, Chiefs, Chargers, Jets, Vikings, Bengals, Titans, Cardinals.
And there you go. Mango, put that on your card.
And the Colts and the Rams. I can't.
Why did you say Cardinals? Like you kind of had a low. Your volume got a little low when you said Cardinals. Like, what's that about? What's that about, Nick?
I'm gonna dish you about the Cardinals all season, so just get ready for it.
Well, I know now. I know
until Kyler Murray proves to me that he can be a mid to above average quarterback.
Where is it, Hense? Where is it? Kyler Murray's name came up. We are contractually bound to put up that minion every time.
Y'all gonna make me make a meme on Kyler. I hate to do it because it'd be funny as heck.
You need to get a Cardinals helmet and put it on top of that.
Man, I bet.
But looking at both of these, look at these teams at the bottom here. On Sunday, it's a lot of heat around CD Lamb. Everybody said Juju Smith-Schuster, but CD Lamb is looking like he wants to be a Chiefs. He changed his profile for him in Hollywood, standing on top of
I would take him over Juju if I had the choice. Yes.
That's a good one. That's a good one, Nick. Let's go out on a limb. Yeah, an all-pro player in his 20s.
Yeah, exactly.
versus a has-been on bad knees. Sure.
No, I'm all in. Hey, listen. I mean, I know
Chiefs aren't paying $30 million to a wide receiver.
Hollywood Brown posted a picture of
Oklahoma
from Oklahoma on his Twitter. Everybody went crazy. The issue in Dallas is Jerry Jones is in no hurry to pay him because the Dak Prescott situation is up in the air. And I don't think he's going to pay for both guys. Jerry's I don't think Jerry will spend that kind of money.
Yeah. Old white guys at the mic, and then excluding us, Nick, in the United States is getting to be kind of a funny thing. I mean, politics aside, but Jerry Jones saying,
well, he's 20 years older than me. So
I've got no urgency to get this done. And he's like, oh, okay. Whatever.
Yeah, he's still the general manager. So
hell yeah, he's everything.
Jerry's going to run the show into the ground.
But
he has a history of trading talented receivers away.
I think Claire talking about Cardinals has not been good since Jim Hart. Hey man, Bruce Arians had my Cardinals looking sweet. We got derailed because of injuries.
Hey, they were like an all-time NFL play away from winning that Super Bowl against the Steelers. So,
man, don't bring that up because that hurt my feelings. That hurt my soul.
Santonio Holmes.
His feet wasn't down. He didn't have both toes down. That still haunts me, man. That still haunts me, man.
Doesn't matter.
Because Fitzgerald broke so many records that run. He broke so many records.
He had the playoff. He may have had the best playoffs of any wide receiver.
Oh my God! It was right there for the taking. That was a perfect moment to seal the deal. And remember, Big Ben, they took it from the one. They took it from the one and drove up the field. Man, I said, "What are we doing, man?" But I give it to Big Ben. I give it to him, but hurt my soul. But anyway. Let's go, man.
Hey, football's back. I'm ready for it. You know what I mean? Also, we have on the show is fact or
Are we doing this, Hense?
Let's do it right now.
Doing this? Do we have our nondescript music that we can play or no?
No. So
can we rerun Mango's bit?
Fact or cap.
Okay, you guys go ahead and hum. Okay, so here we go, folks. I'm going to read you a bunch of statements. You play along in the comments. You guys tell us whether you think it's fact or cap, and maybe a couple of sentences of why you believe that is. Okay, the first one is going to be regarding the Olympics. You had Kansas City's own Quincy Wilson in the 400 meters that looked like he was dead in the water at the 300-meter mark and came back and was just an amazing finish, and he wins it. Okay. the men's basketball team yesterday was down 17 well into the second half and came back and beat Serbia by 4. So the statement is this: the Quincy Wilson comeback in Kansas City is more significant than the men's basketball team's comeback. Hence,
I'll say yes. Reason why I say yes is because that guy looked like he was how he was running. I thought he was not going to make it all the way up there. I said,
he was stumbling. Yeah,
he was stumbling. It looked like he was hurt. I said, but that shows you that the effort that the kid had in his heart, that he was going to go out there and he had a gold grill in his mouth, the gold chains, and got across.
I think it fell out.
Hey, he still made it across. You know what I mean? So I'll give a shout out to them, man. I'll say fact.
Nick,
100% fact, no question about it. I like the singular perseverance over the team or the NBA superstars. So for me, no question. But he kind of reminded me of who was the long distance runner in the Olympia? Was it Frank Shorter?
Frank Shorter, yeah.
Yeah, where he was always behind and he had this kick in the end. Where he got it from was just absolutely incredible. But no, in this particular case, definitely fact.
Coach,
I already know Andre's answer.
Fact. You're
really?
Fact. Yeah.
Wow.
Fact, man.
I'm impressed. I thought for sure you take the other end of the spectrum.
No, man, I go with fact because it was the effort, man. That man laid it down. He laid it down, man. And hey,
props to the Kansas City native.
All right,
man.
let's
We're proud of him.
Let's go fact. Hometown guy, wanted it, once in a lifetime probably for him. Yep. So we'll go ahead and give it to him. All right. These next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are going to be predictive statements about the Chiefs game on Saturday. And the glaze hose, the cube, everything's going to be out here. Okay. And I went straight from everybody that's got the most glaze. So first statement is Nico will have a minimum of 4 receptions on Saturday. Hence,
you said a minimum. I would say
minimum.
I would say that would be a fact. I'll say he'll have a minimum of 4, maybe 4. Because
10 targets, 5 receptions.
I know I'm not saying that because I feel like as you gonna get a little couple of catches in because I feel like they're gonna try to not giving them any catches because he's gonna make it the team already. So
what's he gonna do? Well, where's he gonna start at?
Hey,
so you're gonna give it to it? You saying yes?
He's saying
fact or cap?
I'm saying fact.
Fact. Okay, Nick.
Fact. That's it. Fact.
Coach.
He's going to be targeted a couple more times, but he is going to have 5 catches for probably minimum of probably 10 yards.
All right, so he'll get it. So the glaze hose continues. All right, Jaden Hicks will force a turnover. Hence,
I'll say
big glaze.
That is a true fact there. I'll say that's a honest opinion fact there because he is going to force a turnover there. I feel like he's
into existence.
I feel like he's going to have a pick 6. Open up the game. He's
you're gonna call your shot. Here we go. All right, Nick.
What the hell? I'll go fact. He's gonna be playing against a lot of with second, third, and fourth teamers because they're gonna want to get him a lot of work in this football game. So I think there's a possibility he can create a fumble, maybe tip a pass, causing some sort of turnover. I'm in.
Coach.
I'm at so this is man's guy. I go against the grain. No, he would not. He would not. Nope. Cap. Nope. Hey.
All right. We're really gonna test the glaze now. Jared Wiley will score 2 touchdowns in this game.
I would say that's a strong fact. Is a man to come out himself. I feel like the man gonna come out and score multiple touchdowns.
Where is that hose?
I feel like the guy is coming out. I'm just saying, and this is the reason why, man. I'll give you this. I'm not trying to take over your segment, but I'm just saying the guy is out here. He's already,
with no gloves on.
he already got the pass in training camp. So the guy is out here doing what he's doing, and I feel like the guy is gonna be the place. Hey, he's the replacement. I'm just saying.
It is perfect. There we go.
Oh gosh.
The glaze.
There's the hose. We got it, folks.
Nice and icy.
You all asked for it. There it is.
There it is.
One more time for 2 touchdowns.
So listen. Yes, it's a fact. He is going to make plays and he's going to get 2 touchdowns, right?
Wow. Okay. That's.
Okay.
I mean, I really pushed the envelope here.
Second half of the game.
Right, I'm saying cap. There's no way.
All right. So Justin Ross will be the leading receiver in yards for the game.
I'll say that's Cat.
Who is?
I say
Justin Ross.
I say it's Cap. Because he may be the leader receiver, maybe, but I'll say Cap because I think they're really gonna trying to see what Worthy can do. So I feel like gonna get a more playing time. And I had a dream that they just hit one. The offense just went out there for one play, and it was the starter kickoff, and they threw the ball deep to Worthy, and it was off the field. And
that's it. One series.
So it probably will. Justin Ross probably come out and have the most yards, but I don't know about it. I'll say they'll be Cap.
All right, Nick.
I'm going to say Cap too. I don't think he's going to be the leading receiver.
Well, if you guys are correct in the Sky Moore nonsense, it looks like he's going to be the leading receiver.
Yeah,
he might have the game of his life.
He could. You never know.
And then be on somebody else's team. Coach,
he's going to dominate. He's going to dominate.
Justin Ross. This is the coming out party. Right?
Yes, it is.
Well, it seems like he's having a lot of success with Carson Wentz in practice.
Big glaze.
So he is.
We'll see.
That's
All right. Another newcomer, Kelvin Joseph. A lot of glaze so far. Will have an interception on Saturday.
I would say yes, because he's going to be the second starting corner on this team.
All
Mr.
right.
Stennett at 6'1". He's coming from Kentucky. He was one of my draft picks when he was coming out of, he was on Dre's depth chart. He went down. He got drafted by, I forgot, I think it was the Cowboys. The Cowboys took him in the second. Dallas took him in the second round. I was so hot. But now he's in the uniform. And now he's over here with the Kansas City Chiefs. I feel like the guy got a second chance after the trials and tribulations that he went through. I feel like
he's wearing Sky's number. What's up?
Yeah,
he is. I just seen that.
Offense, defense has the same numbers.
Hey, when did I take this picture? Was it after the news they getting traded?
I get it. They don't have enough numbers, but it's a karma thing, man.
Okay.
I feel like he will have maybe a pick 6. I'm giving it that. I'm putting that on the line with that.
Take your time.
Heavy sigh.
Fact.
All right. Kelvin Joseph picking one off.
Yeah, fact. Even if Trevor Lawrence was the quarterback, I'd still give him good odds.
Ooh,
Coach.
Man, that was a nice shot there. Even with Trevor Lawrence. Man. What the hell? Yeah, I'll go along with it. Yeah,
all
right. I'm going deep on the roster now. One of my favorite sleepers, Truman Jones, defensive end from Harvard, will have a sack.
Fourth quarter sack.
Whatever. It's like, hey, if it's
the sack's a sack.
Go ahead, Hense. You're first.
I'll say
look at that grin.
Showing the love. He's showing the love to Chiefs Blitz.
I would say, yeah, he probably would. He probably would get a sack because it is preseason. So maybe yes. So I say yes. I will go on the limb and say.
All right, Coach.
I'm in. I'm going to say fact.
He said, listen, second half, last 5 minutes of the game, yeah, he'll definitely get a sack, man. He'll definitely get a sack.
I'm all in for that one.
All right, this one's a little bit more generic and just play along. LRZ will have a highlight reel play.
I say he's gonna get a kickoff return for a touchdown. I say,
wow, so
yes. I'll say yes. I
A lot of points being scored. Here we go.
I say he's gonna have a kickoff return with a touchdown. He's gonna touch a lot of young girls' hearts. And a lot of girls out here loving the guy. He's out here, he got the smile. He's on health.
I don't know. Better looking, LRZ or Eric Haynes. That'll be a new. That'll be a new segment.
That's the segment for that's the segment for the ladies.
What do you got, Nick? LRZ.
I say yes.
I'm gonna say Cap. No.
All right.
I don't see
Coach.
Shoot. Yeah, I can see it. I'm gonna go with fact.
Okay, here's another general one. Dante Hall was on Good Morning Football today, and they were asking him, obviously, he's one of the greatest kick returners of all time, whether it be kicks, punts, whatever, electrifying, the X factor, the whole thing. Okay, he seems to believe that the kickoff, the advantage is to the coverage team. And the way he put it was, as a kick returner, you're looking for guys to like lose their lane integrity, if you would, or just kind of get out of shape, get out of balance, so you could like break it. So he's saying that the kickoff is advantage coverage team. So the statement is just that. The kickoff is advantage to the coverage team, not the returns.
I see by looking at the new rules so far, I've seen a couple games. It's kind of looking that way. It's a more advantage to the covered team, and unless you got a Tyreek Hill or a Xavier Worthy with somebody with a lot of speed that can hit the gap and find a hole and get loose. Other than that, it's more looking like more advantage to the kickoff team, because on Hard Knocks, even though Wipes was saying about the Chicago Bears that they wasn't not liking the new kickoff rule, and a lot of people are on the internet and saying they're not liking it either. So yeah, I'll say
a small sample size so far. I don't think it doesn't
we'll
seem
get a better
so
idea
far that the special teams coaches are really pulling out any wrinkles. But just, hey, you got one of the greatest telling you, that's what he feels. What do you say, Nick?
It makes sense.
I'm going to say fact. I agree with Dante. I think initially, until we get probably till like maybe October, when teams have had enough time to digest it and just see how it works and find the right personnel. And, it does give the teams flexibility. So if you do have great return people, then absolutely it works. And, but I think the advantage initially is going to definitely be with the
coverage
team.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that too, because if you really look at it, man, like you have no guy in front of you that can help you block, so you just by yourself,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So them guys break containment fast. It's just you and 15, 20 other players gunning for you. So it does, to me, it makes sense. It does make sense where Dante Austin coming from, because he is one of Dick Vermeil's greatest pieces of work. But no, honestly, guys, it makes sense though, for real.
When he said it, I really started thinking about it again, because my thought was always, hey, you break that line of scrimmage,
right?
But by the same token, when he says, you've got guys having to run 40 yards at a sprint, and you might get knocked off, your lane, and all of a sudden now there is an open lane, and if you break one tackle and find the lane, now you are gone. So it's going to be interesting to see how this shakes out. I'll go with the pro and say, for now, yes, kickoff advantage to the coverage team. Okay, last one. If you guys saw this, a little snippet here at Florida International University, I believe the campus is on the beautiful city of Boca Raton, just north of Fort Lauderdale. But Pitbull, Mr. 305, Mr. Worldwide, has purchased the naming rights to the stadium for the Florida International football team. So the statement is this: the next superstar to buy naming rights to a stadium will be none other than Drake.
I would say no. I'll say no to that, because
they not like us. They not like us. They not.
That's why I would say no. This is not like us. I would say no, he is not like us. And I would say no, he is not the next man to purchase a stadium.
All right. Cap for me.
Nick?
Cap for me. Nope.
Coach.
Nope.
I'm saying if there is what is, I mean, he's got the money. That's one, and two, huge sports fan. So you see him, you'd see him at UK basketball games. He's also always at pro games. He's from Canada, so you see him at the Raptors arena and so forth. Now, again, does he really, need to hype his ego a little bit? Is he that guy? I don't know. I mean, obviously,
Kareem says fact. He has the money and needs the attention.
There you go.
He needs some type of spark.
There we go. So Kareem and I think more alike than I'd like to admit, but it's pretty.
You guys
strange.
are ever joined at the hip now.
Kindred spirits.
Yeah.
Excellent job, Blue. Appreciate that very much.
That's your factor cap for the week. Again, the Glazers was out in full force with the player predictions, and I kind of figured it would be. And thanks for playing, and we'll do it again next week.
And we will have music pretty soon, guys. I'm getting
we're working on it.
So we have next. It's Mr. Story Time with Mr. Nick.
My turn.
Nick had a lot of stuff that's he collects over the years.
The man cave is finished, by the way. It is done.
Look at that. The wall space is very sparse. I mean, there's really no more space anymore. Very nice. Are you able to move the camera around, Nick? We get the panoramic look.
Well, hold on a second. That might cause me a little problem here, but I'll do my
We're always looking for technical issues.
There we go.
Let's bring them on ourselves.
Damn.
You got French doors? Oh my goodness.
I got French doors, and I have a closet full of stuff. So everything is put away.
Zoom in on my Lenny. He says zoom in on my Lenny.
props to Emily Athan for allowing this madness in your house.
Yes, exactly. Big props to her. And this is about 25 to 30% of my collection. The rest of it's going to all go. I'm going to put the rest of it up on eBay. I've had a lot of this stuff way too long, so.
He said $25,000 to $30,000 worth of stuff in my
bag. No, 25-30%.
I think. So what you got today, Nick? It's story time.
Well, story time with Nick today.
What you got for us today?
For those, we kind of talked about this. I have a little history with music. I told people I'm going to be singing a song here. We did hit over 1,000 subscribers, but I used to work in the rock and roll business with for people in the Kansas City area that might remember Chris Fritz. I worked for Chris and Barry Fay Productions out of Denver for many, many years. And I did backstage at a lot of concerts, Municipal Stadium, Uptown Theater, Kemper, Starlight Theater. So there's been a couple of musicians that have really meant a lot to me. The first step would be Mr. Harry Chapin. Anybody has heard of Harry? He sang made the song Taxi, one of the most famous songs in music history, in my opinion. It was the reason I became a songwriter. And I actually got this from the estate of the family a while ago. And he meant a lot to me. And I never got to see him in concert. And I was scheduled to see him in concert at the Uptown Theater. And 2 weeks earlier, he had that car accident, passed away. And I credit him with my willingness to pick up a guitar and start writing really bad songs. And Harry was means a lot to me. And when I got the opportunity to get this, I didn't hesitate. These are very rare. There's not a whole lot of them around there. And this is obviously his signature album where it has Taxi. And in my second album, because I wanted to show both here, one of my favorite artists, it might surprise a few people, is Mr. Rick Springfield. And when I was working at Starlight Theater in Kansas City, he was doing a 2-night stay, and I got a chance to pick him up at the airport and ended up taking him around town. He had to go to my chiropractor because he hurt his legs. Because if anybody saw Rick in concert, he had this signature kick where he tried to put his leg up, close to his shoulders, and he threw it out. And we just got to talking, and we talked about a lot of different things in life. He was from Australia. His mom used to bring girls backstage for him because she wanted to approve of the women, which I thought was hilarious. And some of the stories that he told.
Mom, wow.
Mom, yeah. And some of the stories are really great. And what struck me with him was he was so down to earth. I mean, this was at the height. This was the height of Jesse's Girl, and this was the height of his General Hospital stint, his Dr. Noah Gray. Dre or whatever it was.
The only time Noah Gray comes up is Noah Dre. Come on.
You know, and of course, if you saw him in Californication, Kareem said, I mean, he was really great. So he actually invited me to go on tour with him after Kansas City for a few dates, and I did that. And I had the time of my life. He was so gracious and kind. We played video games. He brought all the, back in the day, I'm talking about the Tron and the old NFL game, Galaxia. I mean, it was just, we just had a good time. We talked a lot about life. I saw him about 5 years ago in Sarasota, talked with him briefly after the show. And he's just the same person. He's in his 70s. He's still touring over 200 gigs, 200 nights a year. And that was the most fun I had. It was the most real person I met of all the people in the rock and roll business. And I have a lot of rock and roll stories. He just, you know, was great. I mean, he was so nice to me. And that was one of the funnest weeks of my entire life. I'll just put it that way. It was crazy to be around a rock and roll at that time superstar, and the entourage and the people and the fans and the girls and just the screaming. It was just like, it was a sight to behold. And I'm just so appreciative I had a chance to hang out with him. So I got this not too long ago I bought it for myself for my birthday a couple years ago. And so there it is. So I had it framed, and it's going up in the main room. It's not going to go in the man cave. Whoa. So it's gonna go up in the main family room. So I think I have permission. I'm not quite sure yet.
Special place. That's the plan. Yes, yeah. Dr. Noah Drake. Absolutely.
Yeah. Props to Rick.
And that was story time with Nick. Nick has a lot of stories. You got a lot of collectibles, a lot of everything.
Some I can say, some I can't share.
And Lou said he's Forrest Gump, right place at the right time. You know, Forrest Gump was always with the right place, the right time. But Nick, you know, great story, man.
Awesome story.
Awesome story, man. So with that said,
kind of a haunting song by Harry Chapin, "The Cats in the Cradle."
Cats in the Cradle too, also one of my favorite. Probably number 2 on the list. Just the sheer storytelling in that music and that song and the father-son aspect of it. That was very touching.
Yeah, so with that said, we got a little more from Mr. Coach Dre himself for tomorrow's promotion of tomorrow's show.
What up, though? What's happening? This is your boy Coach Dre, the 4 guys that are bar at Emily. Y'all know Saturday we coming with it Saturday, all right? You know, coming with it. Preseason game, Kansas City Chiefs, Jacksonville Jaguars. We coming with it. But I tell you what, I'm not going to shy away from speaking my mind on a certain player. You dig it? I will not shy away. Watch the show. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So tune in live Saturday, Jacksonville and the Kansas City Chiefs, baby.
That's right. Chiefs versus Jaguars. Expect the starters to start about a quarter. Probably Patrick's is going to go at least maybe a series, maybe 2. I don't think you'll see Chris Jones out there. I don't think you'll see Tony out there. I think they will feed Sky Moore a lot. Don't be shocked if Juju's on the sidelines in street clothes. So there's a lot of. It's going to be fun. I mean, we're not really anticipating or expecting a whole lot, but it's kind of the reasons we're not going to go too deep into the preview today is because honestly, we're going to do the live broadcast Saturday night beginning 5:30 Central Time, and we'll preview a little bit more then, and we'll get through the game. But at the end of the day, I'm just glad football is back. I don't really care at this point. I'm ready for the regular season. I think the Chiefs are itching to show. I think they're going to show a little bit of their new offense, the down the field approach, but it's going to be pretty vanilla thereafter. So I want to see some of the backups on defense. I want to see FAU come out and have a really, really good game. Joseph, as you mentioned, those are kind of obviously the wide receivers as we go down even to the, wide receiver number 10. I just want to see what these guys can do. So, and then the big one for me is Carson Wentz. We finally it looks like we have a really strong backup quarterback who can legitimately take over for Patrick Mahomes in every way. So
look good too.
Yeah, he's looked really good. So his favorite receiver, has been the guy that we all anointed last year as the the go-to guy. So we'll see. Justin Ross could have a big game.
And also, who else can have a big game is these sponsors. Let's go get it right back
All
into
right, let's do this one more time. First up, Mr. Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Group. He is not only one of my best friends, but he is the man who took care of my wife and I, Emily, when we decided to purchase a house. As everybody's heard the story, I'll say it over and over again, it was a 9-month process. It took 2 months to close. There were a lot of ups and the downs, and a lot of going back and forth. And he never wavered. He said, it's going to get done, not to worry. He answered every text, every phone call, every panic moment between the two of us. And he just stayed steady. And that's what you want when you're looking to buy or sell a house in the current market conditions. Interest rates are still high, but there's some really great values out there in the housing industry. You need to have someone who can find those for you. So if you're looking to get top dollar for your house, if you sell it, or if you're looking to buy a house and get the best deal possible, give Eric Haynes a call at 816-729-3785, or you can email him at esellskc@gmail.com.
Proud sponsor, Chief Who?
Yes. And of course, our new sponsor, and the one's dear to my heart and the woman that I love, is Mrs. Emily Athan. So if you're looking for good health coverage, give her a call at 913-215-9086. It's a nationwide plan. It's a PPO option that's part of United Healthcare's private option. So if you're an individual, self-employed, business owner, family, whatever it might be, or if you just want someone to walk you through and navigate the current health industry, nobody knows it better than she does. She's one of the top salespeople in our company. She's amazing. She knows her stuff. So give her a call at 913-215-9086.
Emily.
Nikki loves Emily.
Yes.
Nikki loves Emily.
Hey,
Oh,
so we have a question for Mr. Todd. He says, final question. Brandon Rice will have 4 catches. And let me really answer this one real quick.
Imagine if we had the glaze hose last year.
Oh, man, talking about it.
We'd have run out of glaze.
Listen, Luke. The whole screen be a glaze hole. Listen, though. Honestly, I've been doing research on Brandon Rice, and he's been showing out in camp. He's been looking good over there.
Who's Brandon Rice?
Bring up Brandon Rice.
Okay.
I mean, was she Rice?
Wow. Seriously?
No, he's talking about the Chargers.
So when Hense glazes, do you think he has any idea who these guys are? Who's Brandon Rice?
Brandon Rice is letting people know, like, I should have been picked
from the Senior Bowl till like the draft.
Without Herbert, I haven't heard anything about him in camp at all. I know Jerry Rice has spent a lot of time watching practices, but you know the situation with the Chargers right now. I mean,
I'll just mess with you. I'll just mess with you.
I don't know who's going to be their quarterback.
He's wearing a Chargers uniform, so I'm like, who's Brandon Rice there? I know who Rasheed Rice is. It was but I get it. Yeah, he'll have 4 more catches.
You're like that. They're in and out. I'm
like that. If you got another uniform on,
it's like those.
I'm still rooting for the kid. The kid. I wish the Chiefs did draft him, man. I wish we did take him. We won't be having this talk about Juju or who's catching this or catching that, because he's really doing good things in the Chargers camp right now. I've been following him on Instagram, following him on social media. The kid has been playing very well, and again, that's why I said I want to see what happens on this Saturday to see what the Chargers do, with their offense, to see, because they really don't have, Quentin Johnson been dropping passes left from right, with the Chargers. So who do they have over there? You know what I mean? They're going to go more to run style game, but Brandon Rice is going to really come out here and show y'all why he should have been picked, even though he felt that far. He felt very, very, very far. And I was a little bit still upset about that the Chiefs didn't pick him, but hey, I still got a Rice on the team.
You're right.
Rice. And I seen a statement out there that was like, "Hey, Pro Football Focus said they're gonna give Rice for CeeDee Lamb." I would say no. CeeDee Lamb stays over there. We keep Rice on our side.
All right. Well, that's gonna do it for today's edition of 4 Guys in a Bar, presented by Chiefs Blitz. Don't forget, we'll be back Saturday 5:30 for a side-by-side broadcast. Obviously, we won't show any of the game film or any of the audio, but we will be talking about the game in real time, and we're excited about that. So everybody have a great Friday. Happy Red Friday. Back Saturday night. The Chiefs are back playing football. No dull weeks between now and the middle of February. I am so excited. I'm ready.
turn your TVs down and turn your phones up and listen to
There
us.
you go. You
Right.
got it.
Tackle football, gang.
That's right. We ain't
go.
doing flag football. We're doing tackle football. We're talking tackle football, Lou.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
we're talking tackle football. So again, I want to see I want to see effort from Tony. So if I don't see no effort, cut away.
Yep.
Cut away.
Do it.
Let him go.
If he's beat up, he's not going to.
Take your potential somewhere else, sir. Take your potential somewhere else, sir.
They're going to
With that
unleash
being
the young
said,
Joker in the regular season.
All right, guys. All right, we'll see you guys here tomorrow. Take care, everybody.
Tomorrow,
All right,
Saturday.
Please
Let's
subscribe.
go.
Please subscribe. Please
Let's
subscribe. Please subscribe.
go.
Please subscribe.
All right, guys.
just a quick nudge on the left side. Just nudge it a little bit.